Okay, the second step is to install the hydraulic throwout bearing into the transmission if it's been removed. This transmission, if you buy them new, you can buy them as new used stock on eBay. There'll be a plastic cap, so you got to pull that off of there. And the hydraulic support, or the hydraulic throwout bearing, should be installed already. If you have removed it, please note that there is blue Loctite on these bolts that hold it in place, so you need new blue Loctite. Since I'm planning on taking this thing apart again in the future, I'm not going to Loctite it for now. They are Torx style, not hex, and that's kind of a pain in the butt, and I think they have to be torqued to a particular spec as well. Since we're threading these into aluminum, the cast aluminum case of the transaxle, I suspect it's somewhere under 20 foot-pounds, probably like 10 or 15 foot-pounds of torque. Not very much. That's really not a lot. It's about as much as I'm putting on it now with just this little cheapo Torx wrench. Okay, in the last step, I installed the hydraulic throwout bearing, the 3 bolts that want to go around. Don't forget this bolt here. I went ahead and blew out the bell housing area with some compressed air just to get all the dirt and stuff that was in there, get it out of there. You want it to be as clean as possible, and be sure that you stuff a paper towel into the axle hole. You don't want any dirt to go down in there, because the dirt will go into the inside of the transmission and grind up your gears, and that'll be the end of your transmission. Now there is a lip seal on both sides. This is the differential part of the case. There's another, turn on the light here. Sorry about that, the light won't come on, but anyway, there's another hole there for the other side, for the other side of the axle. This is the output for the passenger side or right side of the car, where the intermediate shaft plugs in, and then the other side is the driver's side axle. And there's a rubber seal there that seals the axle shaft to the transmission case. It's a rubber seal. You want to be sure to oil it. I'm just using a little bit of motor oil here. Super important that you oil that, otherwise the seal could get torn up when you plug the input shaft, the intermediate shaft, into that. Here is the, actually I need to wipe this off. Make sure that the axle is clean, both the seal surface, which is this shiny machine surface, and the splines themselves. In my case, I got quite a bit of dirt buildup inside of the splines. I'm going to go ahead and clean those up, oil the shaft, and I'm not going to make you watch that in this video. Okay, I've cleaned up the shaft, found a light for you guys, and put some oil on the seal surface. For those of you that have really sharp eyes, you may have noticed that I removed the flywheel and the clutch and everything, and that's because this is not going to be the final time that I put together the engine and the transmission. I still have to have the adapter made. So for the purpose of this video, just pretend that the flywheel, pressure plate, clutch, everything's installed. Also, you may have noticed that there is a large notch made in the transmission case. I did that, and the reason I did that is because I have to clear the starter nose. This is the back side of the starter. The North Star mounts the starter into the valley between the cylinders, and because GM never intended to put this transmission together with this engine, they didn't leave any clearance for the starter nose. So we crazy engine swap guys have to deal with stuff like this. So obviously I spent a lot of time with a die grinder carving this out. Okay, stay tuned for the next video.